Wait, before you start, who wins?
Oh, that's kind of an obvious one, isn't it? Is that a question?
I'll be honest though, I would love to see a knockout. So he's going to try and keep that distance, but still
But
get
Canelo will get through that. Yes, it's Katie and Sham back again. Today, I want to talk about Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders, their unification fight this Saturday, the 8th of May, in Texas.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm just going to start by saying...
Wait, before you start, who wins?
Oh, that's kind of an obvious one, isn't it? Is that a question?
Yeah, who wins?
Is that
Billy
a serious question?
Huh?
Is that a serious question?
Promise you, Billy Joe or Saunders or Canelo Alvarez? Who?
I think it's safe to say, like, I will actually go and put money on Canelo winning this fight. I don't think anybody, Billy Joe Saunders included, is under the illusion that he's gonna win. If he wins, that's a massive upset, and he will have huge amounts of respect from people. But I think the reality is, everybody knows Canelo will win this fight. If we look at the opposition he's been in with, I feel like it's, and I respect Billy Joe Saunders highly, but Canelo has got a vast resume. He has been through 4 different weights and been a champion at 4 different weights against the best. I don't see how Billy Joe Saunders is going to be able to dethrone him on Saturday. And it's in the States, so all the support is going to be on Canelo. Let's be honest. There's been all this stuff in the background with Eddie Hearn, Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders' dad, like everyone, Tyson Fury having, beefing with Eddie Hearn. And it's like, I personally think all that stuff is not good for Billy Joe Saunders' mindset going into the fight.
It's not at all. Obviously they're saying that Eddie Hearn's not back in the Brit. He's just all for Canelo.
And his own boxer. Let's remember, he's signed to Matchroom.
Exactly.
Irrespective of whether he's British or not, he's his fighter. So the promotion should be going to Billy Joe. But, as we know, I think everybody knew before the DAZN announcement that Eddie had links with DAZN.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought that this relationship with Canelo was about. Maybe it's something, even more than that. Maybe he wants to sign Canelo further down the line. I don't know.
I was going to say it might be a little bit more than what we see, because a lot of people's talking and saying that he actually does want to sign him in the long run.
Well, wouldn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was a promoter, I'd want Canelo on my book.
He's like a cash cow. Come on. Wins all his fights. His boxing IQ is off the roof.
And most of his fights, certainly in the States, are pay-per-view.
Exactly.
So that's, let's be honest, that's money. And I understand that in America, the pay-per-views are a lot more expensive than they are here. They're like, I don't know, $60, $70 in the States. So, it's, I can completely see why he would want Canelo under the Matchroom banner. However, at the moment, Billy Joe is your fighter, and that is who you are there to promote. I've heard that there's another sticking point today about the size of the ring. I see that. I don't know how deep it goes. I don't know if it's hearsay. I know Billy Joe Saunders' dad has done an interview about it, and he's saying he's not happy, and he's going to MTK Global for advice on it. And I've just seen something on just now online, but I don't know how realistic it is. But they're now saying that Billy Joe is threatening to pull out of the fight over the size of the ring, and it's just like
a tweet, and I was like, oh God, we're gonna do this now. Can we not do this? Second weekend, we can't do this.
Drama.
Yep.
On the plus side, I'm pleased that it's on the DAZN app. I'm not a huge fan of the app, if I'm being honest, but for the fact that it's £1.99 and I'm getting to watch a fight of this magnitude, I am pleased about that.
As in,
there's so much that I want to say But I really do believe Billy Joe Saunders is going to lose his O this weekend. Question is, how does he lose it?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say that. How? Are we going to get a knockout? Or are we going to get a stoppage? Is it going to go all the way?
I am inclined to, this is my prediction. I'm inclined to say that the fight will go the distance. A lot of Billy Joe Saunders, particularly his latest wins, a lot of his fights have gone the distance and have been won on decision. Mm-hmm. His last 6 wins at least have all gone the distance. Mm-hmm. That's because he's quite tricky. He knows how to get out of reach quite quickly. He likes to keep it long, and I think that's how he can just keep people kind of chasing him for 12 rounds. I know that this is Canelo, and it's a different kettle of fish. Mm-hmm. I had a conversation with my dad, who, as you know, is an avid boxing fan, and he is adamant that Canelo will knock out Billy Joe Saunders. I know Chris Eubank Jr. has also put on a 10K bet to say that there'll be a knockout as well.
But he doesn't want to lose it though. But he put it down.
I mean, it's not my personal opinion on how it's going to go. I'm certain Canelo will win. I don't know how he's going to win, but my feeling is that it will go to 12, because this is the biggest fight of Billy Joe's career, let's be honest. He's not going to give up without a fight.
It will be a massive upset if it goes the other way. And remember, it's boxing. One punch changes the whole game.
But can he get to him? That's the question. Could he get to Canelo to give him that one punch? And Canelo has, as skilled as he is, he's also got a chin.
He can take punches and he absorbs them very well. And he's quick, he's fast, he's accurate, he's sharp, he's everything. So
the thing is, Billy Joe has some of those qualities as well. Not on the level of Canelo.
That's it. He's just a different kettle of fish, as you said. He's from a different.
And I also think, and I think the other, apart from it being a unification fight, I also think that one of the, I think this is going to be one of Canelo's. Not that I think it's going to be a particularly tough fight for him, but I think it's going to be the toughest opponent he's had for a while, at least since, let's say, 2019. I'd say since Kovalev. Yeah. Who he KO'd. And Kovalev is tough. So, that's my prediction. 12 rounds, probably unanimous decision, I would say, in favour of Canelo.
I think I would have to agree with you, just because Saunders' majority of his fights, well, the last few have gone the distance. I think he will try and keep the range, because he knows how quick he's quick himself. So I'm not trying to, downgrade him, but he knows how Canelo is, and I know he knows that. So he's going to try and keep that distance, but still
get. Canelo will get through that. Canelo will get through that. Like there's no style of fighting.
He just goes.
No, he's only had one loss, and that was to Mayweather Jr.
Yeah. So it's either they're gonna go toe to toe, stand there and trade, or Saunders is gonna try and keep a distance. We'll see.
That is how he naturally fights. I expect him to do it. I think that's probably the best thing to do, because he might be able to keep Canelo off for a certain amount of time at least. I think if he goes in and tries to trade straight away, not a good idea, and then it might just be a few rounds KO'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to see all of this, drama, and then that's how it ends up happening. So
I'll be honest though, I would love to see a knockout. I don't think we're going to get that, and I do believe it will go to points decision. But I would love to see a knockout.
It might well do, and Chris Eubank Jr. His bet will go through.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, but it's been a pleasure.
Guys, so KD, give us the socials.
Sure, guys. You know the drill. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And I always try and remember everything, and it's only 3 things. So I don't forget it. But yeah, follow us, guys, Boxing and Bantz. And it's Bantz with a Z, not an S.
That's right. And obviously, guys, on the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.